Hi, fellow butterflies. Today I am going to talk to you a little bit about networking. But before I begin, I have to preface this with an apology. My 14-month-old is awake right now and just kind of running around. So he may make an appearance in the video, or I may have to, do some clipping. So I just wanted you to know that was going on. So with networking, I am just going to tell you a little bit about my experience and what I'm finding that works and how I got to this. And the first thing that started me on this path of a new networking process was realizing that I'm completely uncoachable. Sounds awful because it is, but I realized I was getting really frustrated because things weren't working my way. And I know I'm not the only person like this. And what I had to do was basically get knocked off my horse. And how that happened was by watching videos of Black status presenters that motivated me. And now it's something that I'm conscious of, and I'm trying to really become better about taking criticism, taking advice, and we really need to be humble in this business so that we can learn and grow. So something I do is I watch videos to motivate myself, and some big ones I like to watch are Bree Richardson. I love her. She's taught me a lot about approaching people. Of course, Sherry Brown. Stephanie knows I love Sherry Brown. Her video, which I think I'll see if Stephanie will post again, is the one that just started me on this crusade. She's amazing. She's a mom. She, just really grew her business. She said 15 months. So like I turned to my husband after watching this video and I said, babe, give me 15 months. Okay, well, he gave me like 2 and now he wants to be my partner because that's how fast I started growing. And he likes to watch videos. So if your husband is ever at all interested in this, they need to watch Darius Ward. Dustin says, that's what really made him realize where men can fit into this business. So that's awesome. Like I immediately established a network through my husband and that was great. Okay, excuse me. I have to unplug my blow dryer. All right, buddy. I didn't want my kid to shock himself. Okay. So, yeah, he's playing with a blow dryer right now. That's real life. All right, no, he's not going to play with a blow dryer. I should probably clip this, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so anyway, I was telling you guys, Darius Ward, great for the guys, wonderful. My husband now helps me a lot. He's part of my networking too, which is great. Okay, so one of the first things I learned from Sherry Brown, and Stephanie has said this too, so like just know that she's not crazy for telling you how much what you post matters and how much staying relevant on Facebook is. And since I adopted these methods, which I should have just listened to Stephanie, and I'm doing a lot better with listening to her because I think there was times that she's been banging her head off stuff like, Andrea, please just listen to me, do this. And nobody responds really well to do this. So, you got to find your own way of how you can be receptive to people. This is so much fun. I'm just trying to keep him out of stuff. Come on, buddy. So anyway, on Facebook, one of the things that I do every single day is I go through and I find women that I'm friends with on Facebook and I make sure five, every single day. 5 is my number. I go to their Facebooks, I find a picture and I comment on it. I like it and then comment on it. Hey girl, I love it when it's a selfie and I can say something about their makeup. I'd be like, hey girl, you look so pretty in this. I love that lipstick. Okay. But if it's their kid and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how big little Jenny's gotten. Like she was just a baby the last time I saw you. How is she 4? Who knows, oh, you and your husband are so cute. I miss you guys. It could be a memory, like they love like the time hops and stuff like that. I go share that. I mean, whatever you can do, you want people to think about you. You want to stay relevant. So, the Kim might look at it and go, oh, wow, I haven't seen Andrea in so long. I wonder how she's doing. And she'll go, I'm in her group. I should check out that group because I have now crossed her mind. Every time she sees me show up on her Facebook because she's checked my page out a couple times because I made sure that I went on hers and I messaged her or, wrote on hers and possibly messaged her too, like she's now interested in me. And that's where we really start networking. Like, we have social media right here at our fingertips, right? And it's so important to stay relevant on it and get people interested in you and looking at your stuff. And you got to really plan your post better. I don't necessarily plan my posts, but I hold back a lot of posts. And a lot of us can benefit from not posting as much. Nobody really cares that Henry had banana face today, and yesterday he was eating dog food, and the day before that he was covered in dirt, or the fact that he poured the water dish. Like, I don't need to capture all those moments and spam people's news feeds with it. So if I just save one glorious moment, then they're going to be interested in it because they're like, oh my gosh, she hasn't posted a picture of Henry in so long. I should probably like that. Okay. And that goes the same. I used to do it with my dogs too. I mean, I am so guilty. That's probably why I didn't have anybody liking my stuff for the longest time, because I posted so many damn pictures of my dogs before I had my son. Like, you really got to stop doing that, because people think about all the people that you unfollow because you're so sick of seeing the same stuff from them. Why are they going to follow you? Now, you're probably wondering, why is this important on my personal profile when I don't advertise Younique on my personal profile? It's important because they need to like you. You're not going to buy things from somebody who you don't like. Prime example, I just bought a car this week and I bought it from the person I liked more. That's the truth. I liked the other vehicle better and it was cheaper, but I bought it from the person who I liked more, who's right here, who's local, who I see all the time busting his butt out at Burritt's. I was like, you know what? I'm buying from him because I like him. So you want people to like you. That's what this business is. So that is the first branch of networking, is making sure that you're relevant to people and you're making them feel relevant. I also send private messages to people. If I post on their page and then they respond to it, I might send them a private message and just keep our conversation going. I keep conversations going until it leads me somehow to Younique. I'm not going to lie. Everything I'm doing right now is trying to lead to growing my business. I want to be a stay-at-home mom or a work-from-home mom. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to have to worry about money. I want to take my kids to the zoo if we want to go to the zoo. I want to buy, dinner for our family and not have to worry about how much it was. I just want to be able to do everything I can do with a full-time job staying home. So everything I'm doing is around my business. That's the truth. And it means a lot to me, and it's starting to work. So the other thing I really started doing was I do a lot of blitzes all by myself. I do booking blitzes all the time. I'm basically, if I haven't messaged 5 people and asked them to join my team every single day, then I'm not doing what I set out to do when it came to this business, because I'm always working my business. One of the main things I do is I like to message 5 people a day. And it's hard. I have a list of 50 women, and I'm constantly adding to that list. And then, if they've added or if I've already messaged them, I'm keeping track of what we've said. I've got quite a few people who tell me they're going to join, but the time isn't right now. So I go back to that list. I try to message 5 people on that list every day, which it's hard. It's scary the first time when you're asking somebody to join your team. And I just asked them flat out, like, girl, you're gorgeous. You know what you're doing with makeup. You already own some of the products. And I just think it's a no-brainer for you to join my team. Why wouldn't you? We can do this business together. That's usually about how it goes, because I pick people to join my team that I think would be beneficial and are going to grow and are going to network as well. So messaging them is important. Now, if they say right now is not a good time, and I'm like, I understand that. But I think that you really need to see what this business is like. Why don't you let me set you up with a lash link, and we'll try to get you some free product, and you could decide from there, if you think that this is a good fit. Okay, so that leads me to lash link. I started using the term lash link that I learned from, I believe Bree Richardson is the one that in one of her training videos said to use lash link, because it sounds so much cooler than a party, and it sounds like something that's easy, okay, and it's effortless. So, and I ask people if I can set them up with a lash link. Now I'm also messaging 5 people a day and asking them to have parties. And you're like, where are you finding these 5 people a day? I find my people in other people's parties. That is networking. So now we're really getting into the thick of networking. I have a party open and I have access to somebody else's friends, okay? And there are hundreds of girls out there that I'm not friends with, but I want to be, because I want them to be either a part of my team or buying makeup from me. And so what I do is, anybody who likes something on my Facebook or on my groups, I make sure that I add them and I message them. And I say, hey, Susie, I saw that you liked this lip gloss. Did you need help picking a color? And she'll say, no, I just thought that it was a cute picture. I can't really afford it right now. And I go, oh, well, you don't have to buy it right now. Why don't I set you up with a lash link just like you're in right now, and we'll see if you can get your own product for free. They almost always say yes. Almost always. Or ignore me. Like I said, people will ignore you. They almost always say yes. And then I set them up with a date. Now I like to run my parties simultaneously. I set them up with a date and I get ready for their party. Okay. Then the other thing is, if somebody purchases something in a party, that immediately I add them as a friend on Facebook. I send them a message thanking them. And again, I say, hey, I know how much you're going to love this brow kit. You are going to want to show this brow kit off to every single person. Trust me. They're going to wonder where you got it. I think we should set you up with a lash link and get you more products, because you're going to be selling it without even realizing it, and you should get the benefits. And they're usually, I think everybody who's ever purchased something like in a group like that has said yes to a party. That's how my parties have just skyrocketed. So those are 2 very simple ways that I network into other people's, friends lists. Another thing that I have started to do, and this was yesterday, which is pretty cool, is these people, before I'm putting them into my group, I'm messaging them and making sure too that it's okay that I add them into my group. And it's getting a little bit more volume in my group and some activity, which is really cool. So yeah, I've just, showed you guys the simplest way to access networks outside of your own immediate group. And you can't be afraid to message people, and you can't be afraid to ask them to join or ask them to host a party. And the last way that I'm reaching people to get parties, so this is also part of the networking. Parties are networking. Parties are giving me access to more and more people, is I do samples, and I like to put like a little sample package together, and it's for a hostess I already have that's coming, and I'll be like, oh look, I have Catherine's package all ready to go, and people will see it and they're like, I want to get samples, and I'm like, yeah, what kind of eyeshadow do you like? Have you ever tried the cream shadow? Oh, you would love Elegant. Elegant is my favorite color. See, I'm wearing some Elegant today. You would love Elegant, that it goes with everything and you can mix it with other shadows. And then we start talking about products and what they need to have in their sample package. And I say, you know what? This sample package idea is so great. You're going to love it so much. Why don't we just go ahead and hook you up with your own lash link, and you could probably get all of these products for free. At that point, they're so into the idea that they're about to get a bunch of free makeup, they almost always say yes. And again, just like everything I find with this business, if they don't say yes, they ignore you. And so what have I done? I have not given away something for free, and I have still planted the seed in somebody's mind about all of this makeup and what they could potentially have and what they want, and they're looking at the products. I mean, I'm sending them pictures of the products before I'm putting them in the samples. Like, I go all out because I want access to their friends. Yes, I want the sales in that party. Okay, I love the sales in that party, but I want now I'm down to 13 months. Remember I said, my husband said 15 months. I'm down to 13 months, almost 12 months, to get my business where it is a substantial income. Okay, I want to be black status in a year. I do. And with this method, everything shows me that it will work. I will become a leader. I will become a leader in a year, or a black status leader in a year, if I continue down this path, because I'm not missing an opportunity with anybody. All right, well, I hope that this wasn't too scattered and that, you took something away from this. I am always open to questions about networking because it's something that I've become very passionate about. And on that note, I'm going to leave you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I appreciate anybody who made it 16 minutes through this video. Thank you.